Well, good morning, everybody. Today I'm doing something a little different. I am at the Carolina Cup, which is a steeplechase horse race in Camden, South Carolina. I'm up here doing some coaching for some university students who are in the photojournalism program. And so we've got some really amazing access to the horse race, to the jockeys, to the trainers, to all kinds of stuff here today. If you're not familiar with what the Carolina Cup is, it's kind of the epitome of a Southern event. They got like crazy hat contests, they got the horse racing, they've got tailgating, and there's just, everybody's dressed to the nines. So we get to see some really exciting stuff today, especially the horse racing. That's an exciting sport. We've got access to the jumps and we're gonna see some great stuff today. But we've got our students and they are working on their projects for their class, for their photojournalism class. And so they have to get a detail shot, portraits, they've got to get overviews, they basically need to be able to tell the entire story with their photos. So this is an exciting day. I'm going to be filming as we move around here because there's all kinds of stuff to see today. So enjoy it with me. We started out at dark 6 a.m. The sun wasn't even thinking about coming up yet. Consequently, the students initially struggled to get good photos with the fairly slow lenses they were using, not the greatest for low light work. But eventually the sun grudgingly came up and the light just started to get better and better. The great thing about the program with the university is that they really get access to what's going on behind the scenes before all the race goers get there. They get to see all the prep that goes on before the riders and horses hit the track. They also get a lot of real-world practice that they're going to need when they leave school for jobs in photojournalism. It is a little hard to keep them from just getting dog pictures, but eventually we got the important stuff. One of the things they're required to do is walk up and talk to people they're photographing to get their information as if these photos are going to be in the newspaper, which, spoiler alert, some of them are. These are my students this weekend. Everybody want to introduce yourself?
Patrick.
Mary.
I'm Chase. I'm Mackenzie.
What are you looking forward to this weekend?
To shoot the best race ever in my life.
You're gonna get it. It's gonna be pretty crazy.
In the state
I hope so.
paper.
I'm ready to see the coolest hats that the women wear. The fancy
Oh my
hats.
gosh, it's
Oh,
crazy.
I want to get the
Oh,
coolest
the
picture of the
outfit.
coolest hat.
Yeah.
Eventually 9 o'clock came around and the gates opened for the public. The Carolina Cup has a real carnival atmosphere, and everywhere you look there's something interesting to photograph. One of these things is the Crazy Hat Contest and the Best Dressed Contest.
So cool.
We've just spotted our first hats in the wild. Got to catch up to them.
Yeah, that's our third year.
Okay. And did one of you win last year?
No.
No?
In the previous year.
Okay. You didn't slip them a big enough bill to...
No.
Okay.
Is that what I need to do? that's what we need to do for next year.
Looking good.
Thank you.
What do you say?
You're comfy.
To say they go over the top for these contests is a gross understatement. Finally, it was time for the main event. All right, hopefully you can hear me here with all this wind, but we're here right in front of the grandstand waiting for the first race to start. And there's a lot of excitement in the air. Yeah, there's some excitement back there. There's some really massive lenses these kids have. Patrick, what do you got, a 600 millimeter there?
600, ready to get this shot going.
All right. You never used one of these before.
Never. First time, but I'm about to get the best picture.
All right. So it's gonna get started any second here. We'll be filming it. We did our first shots in the infield with a direct view of the finish line. Part of the track right in front of us was actually too close for some of the long lenses, but we got some great shots and footage, and in each heat the riders and horses came around twice. The race ended up being an exciting photo finish between two of the riders, and we were right there to see it.
were also right there for the winner's circle. We really had great access for the celebrations, the weigh-in, the owners, the trainers, and the jockeys getting their winning shots. Afterward, we walked all the way across the course to cover a spot where you can see 3 of the jumps. This was by far the most exciting spot to be. You couldn't see the finish, but seeing 7 horses clear the jumps right in front of you is exhilarating. Someone in our group was tracking their steps, and we ended up walking over 14,000 steps, or about 7 miles, carrying our gear that day. If you want to shoot the Carolina Cup, expect that there's going to be a lot of walking. The winner's circle here for the last race. Eventually the day came to a close, and it was time to go through the thousands of photos we'd taken. One of my students, Bree, took over 10,000 photos, which I think might be a record. As the sun went down, the racegoers all left, and another of our students who'd injured her knee earlier rode off into the sunset, bringing a close to the day. Sometimes on this channel I'm traveling with my ambulance conversion, sometimes I'm traveling overseas, but I'm always trying to see new things and new people. If you've enjoyed this video, please like us and subscribe. And tell us in the comments what's the craziest thing you've ever seen at a horse race. Till next time, this is John Woolworth for The Adventures of John and Lynn.